And just days before the budget, Finance Minister Arun Jaitley spoke on GST, tax trends and more. Here's an excerpt of that conversation.
In income tax, the base is becoming larger, it's bound to enlarge, and therefore charging high rates from a few selected groups, which has traditionally been done, is an area which has been changing. The GST, the Finance Secretary mentioned, has brought about an entire change in the taxability structure of indirect taxes within the country. And I'm glad, as was pointed out, that compared to what's happened in various parts of the world, it's stabilized in a much shorter period in India, and therefore it gives us an opportunity in the periods to come to increase its base and rationalize its structures as it continues to evolve. In customs also, as a part of both the requirements of our domestic economy as also our international commitments, the tariffs over the years have been rationalized. The increased Make in India plus availability of a large number of goods and commodities within the country, the nature and the role of the Customs Department itself has changed. And therefore, instead of being on the lookout for who gets what into the borders of India and then charging them extremely high rates, the global integration of India's economy itself has resulted in a situation that we facilitate what we need more in a larger interest of our economy. And therefore, in the last few years, the role of the custom in terms of detection, either to misdeclarations or trade-based misdeclarations or some prohibited items which are vulnerable to evasion, such as gold, the department's concentration has been there. But as was pointed out, there is a twin challenge. And the twin challenge is, whereas you have to be very sharp at detection, at the same time your role has undergone a change and you are also becoming a facilitator. The WTO talks have not made much headway in most areas. But at least in one area they've moved ahead, which is trade facilitation. And trade facilitation is an area where the more easily you are able to facilitate trade, you are able to cut down costs and make it more efficient.